Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where we are getting very, very close to squashing all of these bugs. Speaking of bugs, I want to check in on this quick. Okay, that's good to go. Fantastic. Now, I had this force out over here, and this is actually good to go. So we can piece out, these are Hebrew Alexandria Caucasus. Okay, sure. So that is not these guys, that is these guys. We can't actually take them, but we can client state them, and that's exactly what we're going to do. There we go. So now these guys can start heading off somewhere else, but where is that? That'd be like Media Magna out over here, or actually it'd be like here. They can start heading this direction anyway. That'll be fine. So there's only so many left here, right? There's not very many. And we're actively attacking the vast, vast majority of these. So that looks great. I want these guys to come in and reinforce here. There we go. We can call down an Omen, which we should definitely do. There's 5 pops assimilating. Right, I forgot to turn on instant assimilate. So there we go, we'll do that. And now we do have some disloyal characters here. This is probably due to culture, right? No, it's not. Remarkable. Okay, well, a lot of this is going to be our war exhaustion. That's, unsurprising. Where are you going? Buddy, I need you to stop. We're going to have to bribe him. That means that we need to mark down that our current real political power is 30. And that is done. Okay, so this guy is now bribed. We need him back here because we do not want this Merc Force to be the only ones fighting. Now, Akia just rebelled against us. Okay, we're going to have these guys hop out. And we just won the siege here. That's perfect. We're going to come in and fight here, and that should allow us to knock these guys out of the war. Okay, so... Okay, that did unblack flag them. There we go. Now we're going to come up and we're going to siege here. This is no problem. Akia will be under our control very shortly. Okay, Messine has been pillaged, and that's not great. But we can afford an oath of allegiance, so that'll be fine. Let's move this guy up over here, and that should allow us to piece out Laconia, I think. All of this is occupied by us, I'm pretty sure. We're victorious here, and we're going to cap this, so that's wonderful. We won the Siege of Rhodes. These guys are going to have to come over here to defeat this levy. That will be wonderful. And at this point, we may be able to piece out Laconia. Now, the question is, okay, yeah, we can just make them be our clients, and that's exactly what we want to do. So that seems fine. Now we need to siege this. We just won the siege of Augila, and that's here. Okay, I'm going to get these guys up over here. Actually, I changed my mind. I'm going to move them over to here. And this guy... I'm actually going to take the loyalty. That'll be fine for now. Okay, so these lads over this way, they're going to come and attack here. Whereas we're going to come siege here. Now, we should be able to piece out these guys. Looks good. Yes, we can just take all of their territory. Perfect. So that looks great. I need to check in on cultures. Yeah, we gotta handle these cultures. So let's get those eliminated. Perfect. And let's get these last couple of units dealt with over this way. These guys, they can come in and stack in here to get this siege done a little quicker. So at this point, there's very little left, and Rhodes should be peaceable. That's not capped. Occupied by us. Where is this? So, Aeolus. That is, up over there. I did not even notice that. Okay, we can just walk up over there. So we're going to have to siege here. That's fine. So that means that we don't need a navy out there for that. And we're going to very easily win this. That'll be fine. So now the question is, where are these guys? Okay, that's here. Debozen is these guys. They'll be done very shortly. And then, of course, Akia out over here. So everything is currently being worked on. We've just about got this rebellion quelched. At long, long, long last. Now, to be fair, most of the reason why this took so long is because of this integration bug. So, there is that. I'm really hoping it stops after the war, and it feels like as we get these cleaned up, it's integrating less and less. So that's the hope here. So that's looking good. And then we're going to have to work on integration and getting all of our cities rebuilt for a while, because we're definitely not going to want to go to war with this level of war exhaustion. That's for sure. So we just won the siege down here. That's great. And these guys, they can start heading up like over this way. We're going to need to wait for auto cap, and that is fine. So we're going to continue to press through here, and we'll piece these guys out in a moment. There we go. Let's get them out. So that is... who is this? These guys. Okay, there we go. Perfect. So that's absolutely fine for now. Now, we do have a Scorn family. In fact, we have several of them. Areas are lacking a governor. We'll get that handled after the wars are over, I think. But we have active sieges in basically every location that's required at this point. So that looks fine. I'm not sure what's going on with these guys, but, you know, whatever. We're at 14%, now 28%. That is okay. Very little left to be done here. As far as provinces that are going to rebel, I mean, there's all this, but that's fine. It's not going to be an issue. So we're at 14% here, 28%, everything looking good here. It'll be really, really nice when we're able to start putting these guys to sleep. Okay, Gasman over here, sure. We'll redirect this force over, that's fine. Not a big deal, we'll be there shortly. That's only going to delay us somewhat. So that seems fine. We still have lots and lots of available troops. So this is absolutely fine right now. We just need these kicks to finish up. We're 42 here. 57 now. We got a minor addendum, and absolutely I would like to do a small investment, but I don't want to spend 10 political influence on it, so we're going to say not this time. Our stability is pretty okay. So that seems fine for now. We're at 35% on this siege, 49 now, so making very, very solid progress there. I want these guys to come sit somewhere like here for now. I have no idea what the state of our legions is. I imagine it's grim. Gold for stability, that we can do. So that sounds good. Very pleased about that. Okay, I was hoping that that siege tick would end there. Unfortunately, it didn't, and they're going to come in and fight us here. They might actually win this, although their morale is low. We don't have a leader here, which is our primary issue. I'm going to put this guy in there. That'll help our odds. And we're going to get some reinforcements from these lads. But it's not going to be a huge amount of reinforcement. So that is understood. And these guys are heading in over here. Looks good. Okay, we won the Siege of Elis over here, and that's wonderful. At this point, we should be able to piece out Achaia. Done. Perfect. And that's going to auto-cap back. I don't know where this guy's going. He's disloyal. Whatever. For the moment, that's absolutely fine. We got this finished. So we're at 57% up over here. And what else do we have? We've got Rhodes, we've got Debozen, which is this over here. I don't know if we're going to win this battle. It's real spicy. It depends on the rolls. But we're going to fight it to the bitter end. Okay, so we have another couple of rebellions. This one's unsurprising. We knew that this was very likely going to happen, and yeah, this just immediately re-rebelled. Hilarious. Okay, did we win this? No, we lost this. Okay, that's unfortunate. But that's fine. We can definitely come back to that. Now, we're at 100 here. Huh. Okay. No, we're going to piece them out separately. That's fine. So we're going to need these guys to come back up over here and just do this. Now, the reason why this happened was because these guys rebelled because they were the only location that the only location that had a unoccupied tile, right? They rebelled, we conquered them, and then that made all of these unoccupied, which then made them rebel. This isn't shocking that this happened. It's, in fact, quite standard. A little strange, sure, but still standard. Okay, so we're going to be retreating out over here. That's fine. We're at -7 over this direction. Looks good. And at this moment, I'm wondering about maybe sending these forces out over here. They might get here in time. We'll just get that started. Okay, so this guy is chasing this force. That seems okay. We're going to grab this. This is kind of a sacrificial force right now. This is mercenaries, so that's fine. We got a civic advance, and that, of course... Oh, we don't have a martial leader, or a martial researcher. We'll put this guy in. And as far as our civic advance goes, we were working on something. And I don't know what. Oh, right. We were taking urban planning. That's what it was. Okay, there we go. So that's done. Now they're going to attack us here. And this guy caught part of their stack. Let's see if he goes in and actually reinforces this. Yeah, he did. Okay, beautiful. So he's actually doing something halfway decent. We can now piece out roads, which we will definitely do. Perfect. There we go. And then these guys, I don't even know where they're going to go quite yet. We've got Debozen out over here, which we got kicked out of temporarily. We're going to head back over this way. And then we've got Gazman out over here, which is going to fall as soon as that siege ends. We've got Akia, which is obviously being worked on. No major issue there. We do have an unassigned title. This should absolutely go to one of these Scorn families, and I'm going to give it to the Zadokis. So that'll be fine for now. Okay, we're victorious here and continuing to siege this. We need to make sure that we have enough to siege this for sure. So that'll be fine. We'll get that completed soon enough. And we're heading back in over this way, but we're going to cross right over these guys. I'd rather just sit over here for right now with this force. We're going to bring reinforcements in over there. They'll be here eventually. In fact, let's bring this third levy over as well. Okay, so that looks fine for the time being. In fact, these guys could head that direction too. I kind of feel like maybe they shouldn't, because we probably are going to have more rebellion eventually. There's definitely more rebellion brewing up, but this is probably cultural in origin. Yeah, it's cultural. We need to handle this. This is definitely slower at this point, and that's very good. There we go. Problem solved on that front. So that'll make this a lot better. We won the Siege of Gazman, which is huge. We're going to head up over this direction then. We'll auto-cap all of this, and Gazman will be pieced out in just a moment. Hebrew Tharissa up here. Awkward. I guess these guys are going to come up to Hebrew Tharissa then. Sure. Well, it's April right now, and let's see. Yeah, no cultures integrated there. That's good. And let's get Gazman pieced out. Oh, they actually have a force here, but we're going to pass right through that. So that seems okay. I don't suppose they'd just give it to us anyway. Oh, they would. Okay. Beautiful. Consider it done. Okay, so there's that under control. That looks good. And then, of course, this is what we've got left at this point. So, actually, yeah, this is fine. We can spend money on that. So there is somebody down over here then. Okay. Can we afford to hire a merc? No, we cannot. Not at this moment anyway. So I feel like we have too much up over this direction. I'm going to pull our navy up over here. And we'll pull some forces out of here and send them south. Eventually this siege will end, and that'll be absolutely fine. Okay. So this is looking fine. These guys are going to arrive up over here very soon. We're going to slaughter them all. That will gain us 20 additional political influence. So let me mark us down as having 50 at this moment. There we go. We won the Siege of Ellis, which is great. Now, I want to take this levy out over here. Okay. Something like this. And we've just got a martial advance. Okay. There we go. So a martial advance is fine. I don't really have anything that we were after at this point. So we could go for, like, some sort of cultural integration, perhaps, or just population happiness. That would mean something like down over here. There's also monthly political influence gain, but we're not going to see any of that because of our relations. But that wouldn't be a bad thing to go for. So we could go for, like, Code of Rights. And that seems reasonably okay. So we're going to kick this guy out of here. That seems fine. And auto cap finishes now. That means we can peace out Akia. Consider it done. There we go. That looks good. This navy is on the way up. And we're going to be arriving out over here quite soon. I want these guys to come in over here now, because we have reinforcements very, very close. So that looks fine. These guys eventually are going to head up over this way. Eventually. Let's check in on our culture. No issue, remarkably. So yeah, I think that that is definitely related to that. These guys are going to be coming in an awkward direction, but that seems fine. Let's actually come up here and fight them with this force, if we can. Okay. So these guys have decided to rebel. That's noted. And we are going to have these forces embark at this time. I want this navy, which is finally arriving out over here, to come up over this way. Okay. So we're going to embark here. Now, these guys didn't embark. That's understood. They're going to come out over this way, I guess. Or actually, they're mercs. I'm just going to disband them. And then we're going to come down over here. Now, who was it who just rebelled over this way? Somebody just rebelled over here. Who was it? It was you. Okay, yeah. Seems fine. Let's just come in and land here. And we'll have that under control. So the siege is beginning here. We are fighting here as well. Perfect. We're already at 35% here as well. Stability drop? Yeah, that's to be expected. Okay, so that all looks great. We're heading on up over this direction. We won the battle here, which was to be expected, and all of these forces are going to pile in over here. I want this siege over. Like, right now. Yesterday. Can we assault this? Honestly, yeah. Assault it. Okay. Can we stop the assault? Okay. The siege is won. Perfect. So I'm going to group all of these together. We lost a lot of troops in that assault, but I wanted to get this over with. So that's fine. We are going to have these guys come on down over to here. That looks good. And we're going to pull this levy out of here pretty quickly. I don't know if we're going to be able to fit them all onto this navy. We'll find out. Okay. How would a governor manage without slaves? Indeed. So we now need to piece out Debozen. So that would be these lads right here. And apparently that's not all their territory. Oh, they have territory up here too. I did not realize that. Okay, so we're going to head up over this direction and start up a siege there. We have this force here, which can actually go there as well. And then these guys can come up over here. That seems fine. So that's okay. And we have started up our siege in Hebrew Tharissa. So that looks great. So let's get down over this direction. And actually, I want these guys to not even go there. Come on down to here. Perfect. So this will be fine. What all is left here? Right. So there's these guys down over here. The idea here is that these are going to embark, but they're actually too big. So we're going to split them here. And then I'm going to try splitting these again and seeing if we can take that amount. Yes, we can. So we're going to do that. Perfect. These guys are now going to sail all all the way down this direction, and they're going to hop into port, like, up here, I guess. And then we're going to hit this. So that'll be fine. Hebrew Mabog out over here. Okay. That's noted. I'm going to have these guys turn around, and they are going to head there. So, is this a cultural issue? Actually, no. We haven't had any cultures assimilate in a little while. Beautiful. Well, let's start doing some capping out over this direction. And let's land right here. Perfect. So that'll be fine for now. We'll get that all under control. How many more of these are thinking about rebelling? Not many is the answer. And no cultural integrations there. Is the bug over? The bug might be over. We'll stay in debug mode for the moment. But it might actually be over. So this fort will be falling soon. That'll be great. There we go. And I want these guys then to head right on down over here. We will not negotiate with slaves. I don't know where this rebel army is. It doesn't really matter right now. Okay, so, right. We needed to come up over this direction. I don't know why I landed here. I wanted to fight these guys. And it might happen. No. And yeah, we can't go up there without taking this fort. That's fine. No major issue there. So we have troops heading into Hebrew Mabog, and we are... Okay, Heraklia Pontiki up over this direction. Yeah, head up over here, and we'll get that under control. Okay, I believe Debozin is now fully occupied, so we can probably piece them out. 101? Oof. Okay, what would it cost to client state them? 51, and then we could take, like, this. Okay, that's fine. So that'll be okay. These guys are going to start heading this direction since we're seeing a number of rebellions out over this way. This isn't surprising necessarily, but we're going to have to go take that on. You know what? We'll give in to their demands. Okay, that's fine. So now we're heading southward here. This is going to fall eventually. That looks great. And this is going to fall eventually as well. Okay, we just won the Siege of Tharissa. Now we need to come up over here and eliminate this 2K stack. There we go. That's going to stack wipe, I think. We didn't eliminate it very quickly, but there we go. Make sacrifices and ensure that all is well. Yes, I'm okay with spending the money there. We'll take the stability. Thank you very much. So let's check in on our culture. No cultural issue again at this point. That's very interesting. Is it over? Let's give it a month tick here. That was the month tick. Nothing integrated. Whatever the bug was may be over at this point. We need to come up over here, though. This is Tinos. Yeah, they're being jerks. That's fine. So we have all of these forces on their way up over this way. They're going to need to stop here for now, and that's fine. I do want to get this finished up, of course. That's going to need to happen eventually. And we just lost the Battle of Ellis. I'm a little surprised about that, but I guess it's because of the siege here. Yeah, that's probably what's going on there. We don't have a lot of forces up here right now, and we're going to need to try to force march them if we can. This is a levy, so we don't necessarily care all that much, but we can try to get them out of there. No, they're going to get stack wiped. That's fine. I don't care that much. We just kind of abandoned them there. So that is completely fine. Now, we lost the Siege of Tadmar. I don't care. We're going to then head down over this direction. Okay. So the list of risk of rebellion is getting quite short. And all of this is getting under control at this time. So that looks fantastic. Absolutely great right now. So there's a number of rebelling provinces still. We will get to them. And Hebrew Tharissa should be pieced out at this point. That's definitely something that we should do. So Hebrew Tharissa here, we're going to take Scythia Ultima. There we go. And these guys are now going to be free to head out this direction. So we're going to do exactly that. We'll start heading that way. I'm not sure exactly what we've got out over here, but that'll be fine for now. Okay, just about done with the siege here. Followers of the Risen Lord, very rude. Okay, I don't actually care about this as long as they don't go and take Tinos back. If they take Tinos back, we'll have to act. But for now, this is reasonably okay. So I'd like to take some force here. This is all 99k. This is a mercenary force with 99k? Okay. That's insane. Can we split this? No. Well then. I guess we'll send this force out over here to siege. Because that does need to happen. They have a mercenary force here, and that's understood. I should actually swap these. So this should go here. We won the siege of Mabog. That's great. Let's go siege here. And I'm hoping that this ends. It did. That's perfect. So we're going to stack in up here, and then these guys, they're going to head out over this direction. What? No, I wanted these mercs to do that. Okay, so I want these mercs to come in and hit here, specifically. So I want these guys to come out to here, and these guys to come up to here. Yeah, that looks good. Now it is time to put a cut in here, and I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, hopefully we'll put an end to this. I know that I said that I thought that we could this episode, and I did think that we could, but we had a number of provinces actually rebel, which I had hoped that we wouldn't. But we don't seem to be having the cultural bug anymore. Whatever was causing that appears to have been fixed when we pieced someone out. It might have been Laconia. I don't know. Who knows? At any rate, for now, you can leave your offerings to the engagement gods. I want to piece these guys out real quick before we end this, though. You can leave your siege? Yes, you can definitely leave your siege to the engagement gods. That's how that works. In the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And let's just let this auto cap finish up real quick here. It's at 60, 80, and it's done. So let's piece out Hebrew Magog, or rather Mabog at this point. Done. Okay, so now we are down to 4. Excellent. That's really good. And a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Andy McGard, Dark Horse Xenocyte, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video. And as always, I will see you all next time. I'm just sending up some reinforcements to our Arabia Relicta. We'll cover that next episode.